Alright guys, welcome to day 4 of the walks. I hope everyone's doing good. This morning I was actually able to get some exercise done, so started to do like some sit-ups. Just it's part of my goal to start exercising just a little bit. So that's what I'll start doing. I actually wrote like a daily tracker for that as well. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it every single day, but I'll try to do as much as I can. Maybe like every other day. I don't know. We'll see. Also today, every Sunday, I do weigh myself. So I believe we were down another 4 pounds. I believe we lost. So that means the eating healthy and the exercising, going on these walks, and everything else is working. I'm also, the whole sleep thing is I don't typically like sleep early per se. Like I will be in bed by like probably in bed by like 9. Yeah, try to be in bed by 9 o'clock, and then usually I'll just lay down in bed because I can't. For some reason, it's still hard for me to sleep like right away. So I'll just lay in bed, watch some YouTube until about, I want to say like 10 o'clock. Then after 10, actually no, probably until 11 I do that. And then at 11 is actually when I start to listen to other stuff like sleep music. I'll put on some sleep music, and that'll help me kind of get into the habit of sleeping. Or not in the habit, it'll get me in the mood to go to sleep. Put me like in that sleep feeling, whatever you want to call it. So I'll do that. And then, sorry if it's windy. So I'll do that. What else do I do? And then I'll have like 2 water bottles by my bedside, like every single night, just in case I get thirsty, because sometimes I'll wake up in the middle of the night. Either I'll be thirsty or, just to have even before. Ooh, I forgot to put on my timer. Give me a second. Even before I go to sleep, just want to make sure I drink more water. Ultimately, that leads me to go to the bathroom more. But that's fine, because before, this might sound a little bit disturbing, but if you want to skip over this, it's just talking about, obviously, your urine. But before, like, my urine was pretty dark, meaning I was dehydrated, or not hydrated, I should say. So drinking more water, obviously it'll lighten up that urine, which signifies that your body's becoming more hydrated. So that's what I've been doing. Drinking water. A lot of it, actually. Last night I got some groceries. I'm just going to take a few breaths in, a few breaths out while we go in this area. Alright, we're going to touch the pool. Look back. Today I have actually more clarity, meaning slightly more focused than I was yesterday. Because if you guys remember on this walk right here, I was feeling pretty anxious after I turned around. And I think that always happens when like I turn around, because like I'll go far and obviously you'll look back, and that was a huge thing for me with my anxiety stuff. Like when you look back and you're just like, holy shit, like you're kind of far a little bit, but nah, today's been a little bit better. So like that, the day is kind of, it's actually cloudy, to be honest. If you look at the sky, it's pretty cloudy. But that's okay. Like before, I feel like this would make me more depressed or just not. I mean, like I mentioned to you guys, I'm still gonna go on my walks regardless, whether it's, sunny or not, because getting out the house, I feel is like a must for me now, like on a daily basis. One, because it'll tire me, so it'll make me more tired to be able to go to sleep. Two, it's still in vivo exposure, so even though you're not feeling 100%, you're still at least proactively trying to get some exposure. And I always make sure to get a minimum of 2 hours every day. And I'm gonna keep doing this every day because it's been making me, this is without medication, by the way. I'm not sure if I ever mentioned that to you guys, but this is I've been feeling myself getting better I don't want to say every day, because you are going to have your good days and your bad days, but overall, like, I've noticed when the good days hit, I feel more better on those days, and also on the days that I don't feel so good, it's not as extreme. Like, the feeling of depression isn't as extreme as it was before. Because I think before I was, like I said, I was on the edge. So now it's kind of, that feeling has decreased. It's still there, at times, but it's still, I'm not going to lie and say it hasn't decreased, because it actually has. I think that's just with all the work I've been putting in, like all this stuff, exposure, going out every day, dieting, losing weight. I'll keep a routine as well. Like, before I wasn't even up to doing like chores, like putting away the dishes or like things like that, like small things, or focusing on my food. Like, I wasn't focused on any of that, because like I said before, when you're in this anxiety state, or when you're at that point, when you're at the bottom of the barrel, it's like you don't really feel like doing anything. I guess you consume nothing but your anxiety. And taking myself out of it, it was hard. But slowly I started doing it. Well, I should say mine was more extreme, to the point where I felt like getting out, going on the walks, being outside was going to help me. So that's what I did. And I think that was the boost that I probably needed. So, but yeah, that. Dieting, walks, the chores, make sure to, like, every Sunday I'll make sure to like clean the bathroom, and I would do it even though I was feeling, I knew that, because my whole thing was the night times, like if I would feel anxiety at the night times. So I would still push on and do the cleaning, you know, the bathroom and all that, regardless, even if it turned into the night, because I was just like, you know, at least I'll know, I'll tell myself, like, you were able to at least complete it, and you did a good job, you know. Like today, I actually did it as well. Okay, we're gonna attempt to do the entire walk. So I may be breathing heavily, maybe. But I'm gonna try to talk the entire way. So prior to this, I would feel a lot of anxiety doing this. I still feel it right now. Like there's pressure in my chest, but I'm just looking straight and I'm breathing in and out. Like just deep breaths. Positive affirmations like you can do this, because I know I can. So whenever you feel confident to do something, just do it. That's kind of what I'm feeling right now. Like I felt confidence. I didn't feel the extreme pressure of anxiety. And because I was more clear-minded, I decided to do it. So guys, we got the first video, or the first capture of me going around the entire block. I know it's not a big accomplishment to some people, but that was huge for me. I was not able to do that for probably, well, I feel like if I had attempted to work on my anxiety, I probably could have got there, but whatever. But yeah, for about 5 years or so. But anyways, good job to myself. You want to tell yourself positive affirmations after doing something like that? Like, you know, you did it, congratulations. Just things to congratulate yourself. You know, you're confident, you're brave. You got this. You're getting stronger, you know, just like positive, a lot of positivity. And I reviewed my CBT workbook, and I reread it this morning, like week 5, because I'm on week 5 of this CBT workbook. And when I reread it, I noticed that, you know, it was talking about, I still understood this when I first read it, but, you know, just revisiting it, it talked about acceptance, or, yeah, that's what it was. Practicing acceptance. So, like, understanding that it's going to be rough, it's going to be hard, but, you know, anything that's worthwhile, it even mentioned that as well. It said anything that's worthwhile will be difficult, but the rewards in the end are so much greater, or will be great, you know. All right, so breathe in, breathe out. Touch the sign again, and we're gonna go back. All right. I want to also practice the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 technique. So I forgot to review it last night or this morning, but I'm gonna just go with the gist of it. Like 5 things you can see. Let's see. We see a brown gate. We see a post. We see another post down there. It's yellow. We see a tree. How much is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we see a white truck. So that's 5. What are 4 things? I think it's like, what are 4 things you can touch, actually? So I just touched the leaf. Let's touch this little thing right here. This little, I don't know what the hell it is, a stump. Just touch the stump. I'm gonna touch this right here. Alright, so that's 3. What else can we touch? Let's touch this right here. 3, 4, 5 is a palm tree. Alright. Or actually, I was supposed to do 4. 4. Alright, 3 things that we can... I probably got this mixed up, by the way, but you kind of get the gist, right? What's 3 things you can... 3 things that you can smell. I don't really want to smell this freaking water bottle, but I smell the cap. It's like, you know, that cappy plastic kind of scent. Let's see. I smell... Oh no, I can't smell anything right now. Yeah, I really can't smell anything. I kind of smell like the... I don't know what the hell that is. Yeah, I don't know. You just smell like cold air. If that's a smell, I don't even know. Oh, I smell like a home. Obviously, we're like right in front of homes, but like, you know, like when you get like different scents of like each home that you kind of like go in front of, kind of has like a different kind of a smell. So it's kind of like that. All right, now it's 2 things. I think I forgot the rest, to be honest. Anyways, moving on. But yeah, so do things like that. You know, that's called it's just called a grounding technique that you can use. And yeah, so another thing that I did, just to provide you guys with another update or something, I actually what did I do? I purchased, oh look, there's a cat. I purchased a microphone. Oh yeah, I think I already freaking mentioned this. Anyways, it plugs, it's like an adapter. And that's actually arriving today. So I'm gonna see, it's a professional mic. So I'm sure it'll sound a lot better, and probably you'll be able to hear me more clearly, hopefully. This morning I actually organized the videos, because I initially started recording on this phone, or my personal phone, and I ran out of storage because the first video was like an hour long, the second video was like almost the same. So, and yeah, so I started, I had to move the files from the personal phone to my desktop, and then from this phone over to the desktop, and I organized, you know, made a folder. So I'm not sure when I'm gonna edit the first video, but I should do that soon because videos are starting to rack up a little bit. I told my therapist about it, which I spoke about in day number 3. And yeah, he was psyched about it. It's cool, but I need to obviously still maintain that mindfulness about, you know, not triggering anybody. So I'm gonna start, you know, putting up like warning things before. And I'm not feeling too good right now, but I'm still gonna go the entire way, just to prove it to myself that I can do it. So breathe in, breathe out. Okay, I'm gonna start counting these steps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 14, 17, 18, 19, 22, 24, 25, 26, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75. So, yeah, guys, we did it again. Congratulations to myself. I'm gonna take a bite of an apple. Got my apple here. Yeah, it's kind of old. Well, it's not old. I just maybe like a week or something. But an apple is an apple. So that's our second lap. And it's kind of amazing how you can see like where some days you have more clarity than others. Like yesterday, I'm sure in the video, day number 3, I think it's day number 3, where you saw like in the evening, I mean right now I believe it's like 1 something, like 1:30, almost 2 o'clock, but it's still cloudy out, you know, so I'm kind of surprised that I'm doing so good today. But you know, like I mentioned, you're gonna have days where you feel like you can do it and days where you feel like you can't, but just as long as you still make some progress, that's okay, because what you're doing is you're getting your body used to the feeling of whatever it is you're repeating. In my case is going on walks or just being outside in general, like away from home, you know, away from my comfort zone per se. So that's kind of my thing. So don't beat yourself up. That's also something my therapist told me, like, you know, there's gonna be good days and bad days, even sometimes during the same day, like maybe in the morning you'll feel good, in the afternoon you'll feel a little bit, you know, less good or whatever. All right, let's touch this pole, and we're gonna go back. All right, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. All right, eating the apple. Because like I mentioned, that also helps with grounding. So just keep doing that. I also find that when I have anxiety, I'll tend to like look down, look up, look down, you know. But when you have the moments of clarity, it feels really good. All right. So, the walk sign or walk? Sorry, I'm trying to remember what the crosswalk. Jesus. Ding, ding, ding. Finally got it. The freaking crosswalk. Wow. At least we know. Alright, so boom. Let's go down here. And once we get up there, it actually might start raining. That's okay with me. If anything, I'll grab my raincoat and an umbrella. Because, yeah, I still want to be outside regardless of the weather. It's gonna suck if it does rain, but, you know, you just got to get through it. I think I've built up a system where it's become more manageable now, so that feels good to me. And I feel like I trust myself more than I did, you know, before. That's a huge thing that I've decided to work on, not trusting myself. Oh my gosh, that just spilled all over me. Wow. That sucks. Whatever, it's water. Wow. Yeah, I just said friendly advice, don't open your water bottle with like clutching it to your freaking chest. Because it'll freaking splatter. Someone barbecuing right now? I smell like barbecue charcoal. Or that barbecue smell. I guess people are still barbecuing. But what was I saying? Yeah, that's a big goal for me, is to learn to trust myself. And yeah, for the longest time well, still learning, still under development, but yeah, it's like, you know, because when I was first doing this, I had like a dog. I had, I still have a dog, but it's a little complicated with that scenario, but I had a dog, you know, I'd take on walks, my old dog, and I also had, you know, I felt like I could be comfortable if I called somebody, but obviously now I understand that that's like a subtle avoidance. I feel some anxiety right now, like going down the street, but I'm going down there anyway. Okay. You got this. You're safe, you're confident, you're funny. You got this. Okay, so you're okay. What I'm gonna do is, okay. We got this. All right, let's go to the square. And now go back. It's right about here. All right, that feels good. Sometimes I still get that anxiety feeling, but you know, I'm starting to try to work through it as much as I can. Don't get me wrong, it's still pretty hard, especially on a day like this where it's like cloudy. But just know that the feeling won't ever stay with you the entire time. The anxiety feeling. Just gotta push through it. I actually surprised myself right there. Like there's a cat. Come here. Come here, boy. There you go. He's like, what the f***? Are you talking to me? But, yeah. So I'm gonna just keep going. Yeah, you see the freaking water that I freaking spilled myself. but we're gonna keep this going. You know, we're not gonna stop. It's been, how long has it been now? It's only been, well, I'm going based off this video because that's when I was actually recording. Another thing I do, guys, is like, I like touch things like that. Especially, especially when I first started this. Like weeks back, I would like touch like the sides of the, I don't want to say the side, like I would just touch the leaves and, you know, gates or like anything else. And, yeah, that was like grounding to me, you know, because you have to like be in tune with like your surroundings, like, you know, touching a leaf, like touching rocks. That's why I pick up the rocks, you know. It's like I'm telling myself, like, you know, you did this, you know, the sensation of, you know, feeling something, things like that. So just use those tips if you can. I mean, it could be helpful, it could not be helpful, but in my case, that's been helpful. But I'm pretty excited to get that microphone. I mean, there's a downside to that, which is I won't be able to bring, I mean, I'll still bring my headphones just as like, you know, because what my therapist told me was, he didn't contradict the instructor who told us that, like, you know, or he told me that headphones were like a subtle avoidance, that using them while, you know, on my walks for like avoiding more anxiety. But it was more so like, if, like I mentioned in the previous video, like if you're beyond your, you know, threshold of tolerance with your anxiety. So it's like, if I know that like I'm gonna panic right now, but I know that if I at least put on like, you know, like a headphone or something, it'll carry me through the anxiety, just so I'm able to calm down a little bit, you know. It's kind of like that. So that's what I'll kind of use it for. And still times where it feels very uncomfortable. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Just gotta remember to breathe. We got our rock right here. Three, 5, 6, 8, 10. Let's try to go to the end. Boom, we're here. All right, we got it. So I got, let me see how many more I got. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. 7. Yeah. I guess we got 7. I was confused because I was like, wait, 7? But I just realized that I had walked the entire block like 3 times or 2 times, so, and then one time I did the short walk. Or I won't call it short, but not the full block. So yeah, just do what you're comfortable with. Like right now, I don't feel super confident to do the entire walk down to the stop sign again, so I'll most likely just do, oh, we'll see how I feel. But just do what you're comfortable with. If you're feeling confident, go ahead and do it. actually focusing on like an object like this car right here actually helped. So, oh, we actually did it. Good job. All right, let's look at, well, let's start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 13, 14. All right. Now I want to perform the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So let's do it again. We see a street sign, we see fence, we see a bush right here, we see like napkins on the floor, we see grass, and we see another tree. So there you go. What can you feel? Let's feel this different post. Oh, actually don't. Actually no, let's not do that. What can we feel? Oh, they're gonna turn. I don't know. All right. So I was gonna feel something. Hold on, I know it's windy, so I apologize for that. But yeah, let's feel something like this right here. You know, boom. That's one thing. These chandelier things. Touch that. It's like a little branch. You can't really see it probably. It's like right here. Boom. So that's 3. I don't know, maybe like another leaf. Let's do this one right here. Like boom. What's that, 4? Alright, so I think we're good. Smell barbecue in the air. It's very distinguishable. What else? Sorry if it's windy. I know it's probably windy. I'm gonna drink some more water. You know, like when your stomach is like empty, you just have like a lot of water. That's what that just felt like. Oh, there's someone right here. It's my neighbor. Yeah, doing good. What else can I smell? I don't really smell much. It's just like, you know, like when it's cold, you just really can't smell anything. It's pretty much how it is. So we've been on the walk for, I guess, about 39 minutes. Still gotta do another hour. That's fine with me. Just gotta keep at it because I gotta get rid of these rocks. More than I have. Starting to get like a runny nose. Oh yeah, I forgot I got 10. So we got 10 rocks. Alright, so not 10, 7. Okay. Breathe in. Breathe out. This time let's go a little bit farther. Not the whole way. We'll just see how we feel. One other thing that I want to mention is like right here, I'll touch this car. You know, like a, what's this shit called? The backlight. whatever you want to call it. Just touch anything, that'll ground you. That's kind of what I do. So because I'm feeling more comfortable, I'm going a little bit further. This time I want to go at least to like right here. Let me go a little bit further. Okay, boom. Now let's look back. So like I always mention, like whenever I would look back personally, to me this was frightening because what I would register in my head was like the distance between me and the house, But now I'm more, I don't know, now I'm not thinking so much about that. But I think a tip that I can, it's not really a tip, but it's a technique that I've been doing unconsciously. Well, actually, maybe it is on purpose, but like I'll tell myself, like, how would you feel, tonight laying in your bed, like, about this walk, like, what if you push yourself to that scary limit, and what if you make it, and like, the night will feel a lot more easier because you told yourself, or you did the thing that you were kind of scared of. So it's like it makes it more easier, like when you think about those things. At least to me, it's somewhat of like a motivation to like do the thing that you're kind of scared of, or that you don't want to do, but you're just like, all right, let's do it, just to like kind of feel good, later on. Maybe not in the moment, but for sure later on. And as you see, or like when you're seeing this stuff, or like when you're viewing this video, I'm also experiencing it as well. So like I'm even surprising myself. I'm just not really speaking on it. I guess I'm just speaking through it, like through the video. Oh, I think my Amazon can. Let's see. I have to pause the video real quick. Let's see. Orders. Oh yeah. Alright guys, give me 1 second. Get my Amazon stuff. But yeah guys, here's a mic. Just open it up. That's the thing that goes on your shirt, and you plug the other adapter into the phone itself. So we'll see how it sounds like. So, oh, the mic was over there. Okay, so this is what I've been using. This little mic thing. And this is what I'm going to use. So you'll see the difference in the sound in on the next video. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. Actually, I just wanted to show you guys what it looks like opened. Look at that. So that's the mic, that's the charger, that's the clip, and that's the adapter that plugs into the phone. Looks pretty dope. Alright, let's see how it sounds. Alright, so this is how the mic sounds. Doing a mic test, 1, 2, 3. Mic test, 1, 2, 3. I'm not sure if it sounds better or not, but let me see. Let me just listen to it real quick. Wait, I'm gonna do it away from not looking down, just looking normal, straight ahead. Wondering how this sounds. 1, 2, 3. Mic test, 1, 2, 3. Looking back and forth. Does it sound good? Does it sound better? Alright, so right here I put it more closer to my mouth, or like my face, or like my chin area. So let's see how this sounds. If it sounds better or not. I'm gonna make sure this is actually the mic. Testing, testing, testing. I'm just like touching the top to see if it makes sounds. So let's see if it works. Is it working? Is it working? All right, guys, we are using the new microphone right now. So I have no headphones connected. I still brought them anyway, just to use in case I need to. It's getting more windy out right now, and I feel like little small bits of like sprinkle, just a little bit. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it doesn't start to rain. But yeah, got my Apple still. But yeah, I think this mic feels better. I'm not sure how long the battery lasts, so we'll have to see. I'll probably know, if I look back at the footage and I see that, the mic difference. If it like randomly turns off, because these videos, I mean, I'll try to make them short, but because a lot of times I'm talking throughout the entire walk, so there'll be times where I'm not sure how I'm gonna go about editing these videos, to be honest. So I have to decide that. But I want to start soon because, like I said, the videos are starting to rack up a little bit. So I want to make sure to get at least one uploaded. I think the first one's going to be the most toughest one, because my plan with the first video, or day one, is to just provide like an update. Or no, sorry, not provide an update, but provide like a history of my anxiety. So like because the first video I ever shot was me just like walking without talking, just I think I said like subtle things, like every now and then, like not talking to the camera, but just to myself, kind of a talk. But I think my goal with that was to just do like a voiceover with that one. Got my phone with me, we're good. Okay, boom. All right, let me put my keys in my other pocket. Let's separate them. Let's put this over here. Sorry, give me 1 second. Just trying to readjust. But yeah, so what was I saying? Yeah, let's see how the mic does with the wind, because it's pretty windy right now. I want to see how the mic holds up. Hopefully it's good. From the reviews that I read, this mic was pretty good, even like in windy environments, I think. Or like, I think they said like the noise cancellation was really good. So we'll see if that's true or not. But that's noise, that doesn't mean wind. But yeah. What was I saying before? Oh yeah. So like my goal was to do like a voiceover with the first video, and just have it, just me giving the history of my anxiety from the very beginning to where I'm at currently, like right now at this current moment, just so people have context, and in that way, moving forward, like on day 2, you can see me kind of transform a little bit, or not transform, just like starting my journey, so I don't have to really explain that much further. So I'll probably just like provide links to like my first video where I explained the history of my anxiety. The way one guy did it, I believe his name was like Simply Seth. That was the first video that I watched. Really like extensively on anxiety, like someone going through their anxiety stuff. That was the first video that I watched, and he documented like the entire thing, like I guess over like the course of like, what was it, like 5 years, something like that, 5 or 6 years. He documented his whole uh, experience and like journey with anxiety, kind of like how I'm doing it, but he really, yeah, he was really on top of his stuff too. So that kind of motivated me. That's when I first started to challenge myself with like the exposure, not even outside really, like just being outside. I mean, being inside, because dealing with some exposure stuff inside as well. But I'll leave a link to that video that I watched. It's a very good documentary on anxiety, on this guy's journey with anxiety. So, and I liked it because he kind of takes you through his journey, his sorry, I'm stuttering, his beginning. And what I liked most about it was like I can kind of relate to it, because, well, obviously I can relate, I have anxiety, but his turned into like agoraphobia, like I think at one time he also took off some time from work and was working on himself, and that's what I'm doing. So I've been doing it for the last 3 weeks. So yeah, well, I've been agoraphobic for a lot longer than that, but yeah. So that's kind of like the idea I'm getting, because he kind of did like a voiceover thing with his video, or with that documentary. I think it's like 3 hours long, but he kind of like compacted all the videos together, to make like that video. But what I'm trying to do is more like daily, kind of like a daily vlog, but like a daily walk, because you never know who it can help. And I want to inspire people, to make any changes, and even to look back on myself, like look how far I've come, my personal journey, with anxiety, with everything. So yeah, I always see freaking cats. I actually like seeing cats. I used to feed this one cat. That's that's actually something I haven't spoken about. Is I used to feed a cat that I saw randomly last year. I think it was it was probably a year ago where I first saw it, or the year prior to that, like in the summertime. And then I fed it for. It started with her. I knew it was a her because she just looked. I think you can just tell if like. Well, I guess with this particular cat, you could just tell that it was like a female. But she was so beautiful, and I'd feed her for like a year, almost going on like a year and a half. And then I think it was like during this previous winter that she stopped coming around. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like my brother would mention like that she'd be there, but I'd just be like, sometimes I'd just be like really, I don't know, I was dealing with a lot, and I guess there's no excuses, but I just got kind of lazy. I just kind of stopped feeding, going out and feeding, the cats for like, I don't know, probably like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And then that's kind of when they stopped coming around. Gosh, there's a guy that's like right ahead. He looks like Santa Claus. But yeah. So I don't really see that cat anymore. We're gonna stop right here. We're gonna go back. I actually felt kind of comfortable to go on the full walk, but I kind of still want to take baby steps, just to get myself still familiar with stuff. But I stopped feeding that cat it sucks because, you know, she was such a beautiful cat. And she wasn't like old, you know, she didn't look extremely old. You know, she looked like she was like a teen, like going on and becoming like a teenager kind of a cat. Not sure how old that is in cat years, but you know, she didn't look old. And then we also saw like a black cat that started coming around too. That cat I still see that cat sometimes, and even when I was like right over here on this street, like, because I noticed that all the cats that hang out in the neighborhood are like right in this gate area and like this house. This house is like a cat house, and I swore I saw the cat that I used to feed, but you know, I looked more closely at her, and it didn't look like, you know, the cat. Like the cat's like right there. Hey kitty. Hey kitty. You're so pretty. Anyways, sorry, there's a cat like staring at me. But yeah, so like I thought I saw the cat that I used to feed that would come, you know, to my house, but I think it's like probably their sibling or something because it looks so identical. But this, you know, I have pictures, close-ups of the cat that I would feed, and you know, you can see that there's a difference, although they look, you know, they have like the same fur. The face marking kind of told me it wasn't the cat that I used to feed, but you know, whatever. I hope that cat's doing good, you know, wherever he or she may be. Yeah, but I started to leave out cat food recently because, you know, I started to feel more better in terms of my anxiety. So, you know, it's cool to see cats, you know. So, like this one night last week, I saw the black cat, and that cat like meows a lot. So I like that. So I just started to, you know, put out cat food again, just in case, you know. I feel like in the summertime, like when it gets more sunny, you know, more cats will start appearing probably. But yeah, because it is still kind of cold on some days. Like today, it's like cloudy and cold and kind of sprinkling, like slightly, like you can feel a drop every now and then. So, but yeah, this phone is on 20%. I need to make sure that it's charged like 100% when I go on my walks. That way it doesn't die and I have more time. But if anything, I think since I transferred the video to my my computer, I think I can delete the file or delete the video or some videos that I've recorded on my main phone. And if anything, I'll just start continue recording from there if this phone dies somehow. All right, so around 14 minutes, I can keep going. Start. Yeah. Still got a long ways to go. It's only 3 o'clock. Still got a whole hour, guys. Still got a whole hour that we got to complete. That's okay. Because, yeah. What else can I talk about? It's kind of hard to think about things to talk about when you're walking, you know, because before you have a lot of limited thoughts because, you know, you're so focused on anxiety and like your walk, and you know, you don't really have a lot of topics. But another purchase that I got, I guess I could talk about my purchases. Sure, why not? But first, let's see how many more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 6 rocks left. All right, so baby steps. Like, actually, let's go the full way. Not the whole entire block, but just like to the end of this corner a little bit. All right, it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. All right. Breathe in, breathe out. What I also started to do was look ahead, like before I'd like bury myself, just, looking down. And that was my way of kind of like, it's kind of like when you don't want to look down when you're like on a ladder or something, it's like that. It's like, you don't want to see how far you've gone, blah, blah. But that's part of my exposure for myself, is to like, on top of going further, I want to be able to like start to be comfortable with the distance. Sorry if it's windy right now. Not sure how the mic will do. But considering it's getting windy, I'm going to turn this way. So hopefully the wind's not so extreme. But let me see on the weather app. Let's see what we're looking at. I don't really like to trust the weather app because yesterday it was like saying it was going to be cloudy the entire day, but then it got sunny at like, by the time we were on our walk. So let's see. I don't want to know about this. So it looks like it's supposed to rain right now at 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock. It's going to stop at 5. So apparently it's going to rain all right now. We'll see. It says it's only 69% rain. Dang, so it's supposed to be raining right now. I'm not going to jinx it. Let's check the other weather app just for confirmation. Where is it? All right. So hourly forecast. The heck? Rainy conditions from 4 to 5. All right. So between 4 and 5, I guess it's supposed to really start raining. I can feel more raindrops or whatever starting to happen a little bit. If anything, I'll grab my umbrella because I still want to make this walk regardless of the weather conditions. Despite the weather, the coldness, whatever. But yeah. Just keep on doing these walks every day. So, what else? What else? So I guess if I don't have like much to talk about, I'll just like stay quiet and just like cut so when I do talk. But yeah. All right. Let's see if we see any more cats right here. How long have we been on our walk? Let's see. All right, it's been 1 hour and 3 minutes. I like that. Yeah, it's pretty windy, so I don't think the cats are going to be out. Probably trying to seek shelter somewhere. Okay. So I believe this is, what is it? day 4, no, day 3 of not using my headphones that much. Alright. So like I said, like, you know, you can touch a car. I want to go up here. I'm not feeling too, I don't have a lot of confidence right now, like, for some reason. But like I said, it's, you'll feel that. You'll feel it go up and down. That's okay. I'm going to go more further, though. At least get to, like, the end of the here. All right, boom. We'll go back. All right. Just got to remind myself to do the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 thing. So 5 things we can see. Obviously, grass, cars. There's a green gate. There's rocks. I'm not gonna take those rocks. There's a rubber band right there. What is that? Is that 4 or 5? I don't know. And I guess stop sign or something. I think like a stop sign. Yeah. That was actually awkward because I thought I saw people in the car, but I didn't know if I did or not. And yeah, there definitely was. All right, return the corner. All right. All right, what can we touch, guys? What can we touch? Touch this gate. It's a white gate. We can touch this bush right here. Okay. It's 2. Let's touch this one right here. 3. What is this? 4. All right, I got 4 things. What can we smell? Just smell the air. It smells like just air, to be honest. Also, another thing that I feel sometimes is like, I'm not sure if it's like heartburn or something, but like, it's like something like lodged. You know, like when you feel like something lodged somewhere, like, or that's actually not a quite good way to say it, but it's kind of like that, where like you just feel something like in your heart. It's like a heaviness in your heart, I guess you could say. And I'm starting to feel that. I'm not sure if that's in my heart or my back. But anyways. But either way, we're going on the walk. All right, start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Well, I'm starting to get more like a runny nose. That's okay. Yeah, we are at 1 hour and 8 minutes so far. We're doing good. So far, so good. Just gotta keep this up. I think at times what I'll start doing too is pausing, because I don't know, I feel like when I go too fast, I start to like, I don't know, feel more anxiety or something. So like I mentioned in the prior video, it's good to, you know, take a break, you know, kind of rest. God, it's like really windy. Look at this. Like the trees are going crazy. But that's okay. We're doing fine, we're doing fine. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 left. Alright, we got this. We can do it. There we go. If you can make it. Just shaking off that anxiety a little bit. It's pretty ugly outside. We got 1, 2, 3. We got 4 more to go. Oh, I need to drink some water. Okay. We got this. Gosh, my hand's getting kind of cold as well. What the freak? Freaking leaf fell on my head. Oh. So we're on 10% of battery. I don't think we'll make it the entire hour on this phone. So I think what I'll do is transfer over to my other phone. Next time I'll make sure to, you know, have it fully charged. Because I guess 50%. When I went out, it was on 50%. So, or like 50, 48. And I guess it's only good for like an hour of recording. Yes. So I need to make sure to, maybe it's because the brightness is up too. Maybe I need to start experimenting with that. There I go, turn down the brightness a little bit. Maybe that'll last a little bit more. But yeah, we're doing good. It's starting to sprinkle a lot more. You can feel it on my face. So I might need to, I might need to get the umbrella. Yeah, I'm gonna get the umbrella. Alright guys, so I went inside to what was it? Because it was kind of raining, and I also needed to. Well, I wasn't gonna use the bathroom. Well, I think I did use the bathroom, but then I charged my phone a little bit. This phone, that I used to record the videos on, and then I just sat there for about, I don't know, like 20 minutes or something, and then kind of realized that my freaking mic was dead. It wasn't, I didn't charge it like right when I got it out the box, so maybe it wasn't fully charged, but yeah, so I put it on charger and I just took out my headphones again. So but yeah, it's not severely raining, it's just kind of sprinkling, which isn't that bad. So but yeah, I kind of went in. Oh yeah, I was I was supposed to get the umbrella, that's why I went inside, but I kind of waited for the rain to like kind of pass a little bit just to see how severe it was gonna get. But yeah, it only probably rained for a good amount and then kind of stopped because it's supposed to stop around 5. I think I trust the freaking Apple weather more than I do the other weather app that I have downloaded. So because right now it's not that rainy at all. So and I realized I have another I have 47 minutes left to record. 47 minutes. So I believe that's how much it is. Let's see. Let me just make sure. Okay, good. Yeah, 47 minutes. So I'm gonna go just based off of the recording time on this phone. And how many rocks do you have? 1, 2, 3. We got 4 rocks. So all right. So we get to the end right here. There we go. Then we'll go back. I still have a lot of clarity. Meaning, whenever I say clarity, just know it means that I have a clear mind. Like I'm not so caught up in the wind to where, the days seem so difficult. So that's kind of what I mean by clarity. I could have probably went the entire lap right there as well, the entire block, but again, I'm just kind of taking baby steps. So it is more cold at the moment. Who knows, it might start raining a little bit more, like harder a little bit. But I gotta check the weather app for that. But yeah, no, I actually, when I was inside, I listened to the video that I recorded just now. I mean, right now it's probably windy because now you hear it because it's not a professional mic like the other one is. But when I listened back at the video, the times that I was mentioning that it was windy, like you could feel it, but I thought the mic was gonna pick it up even more. But when I listened back at it, it apparently didn't. Like it was really good at blocking out the wind. I thought I was gonna hear more like wind, but it was good the entire way. So that was cool. All right, let me just kind of tap that on. Now my hands are starting to get cold. I bought gloves like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, when it was like really raining. So I should have brought those out, but I didn't. But yeah, that really surprised me with the mic. You know, I was like, what the heck? That's really, they weren't lying when they said that it was a good, background noise cancellation. And I guess that's including wind as well. So yeah, I like that mic for sure. Gotta make sure I don't walk too fast. It's kind of slippery. Dang, it's really cold. Looking back, when I was on my walk, like, when the storm hit, jeez, you guys should have seen me. I was like, I was basically wearing this, like sweats and a jacket, and no umbrella, no gloves. And it was, when I say it was stormy, it was like, it wasn't like lightning. I mean, there was probably some lightning, but I couldn't see it. But it was like pouring. I was like drenched, and it was like super windy. Like I had to hold on to my umbrella like with 2 hands. Like, or that's after I bought the umbrella, I should say. But no, like when I didn't have the umbrella and I didn't have, you know, my raincoat or whatever, and I just had a sweater. Yeah, I was drenched in freaking rain. Like my whole entire sweater and my sweats were like, and even my shoes, like this sidewalk right here, you know, it was like a puddle. So I can't believe I managed to do that, to be honest. But that's when I was on, you know, that was when I was feeling that anxiety, extreme, like anxiety plus, you know, the anxiousness. Like that's what really got me going. Freaking no top. But like the anxiousness. And yeah. So, but now it's, you know, it feels, I don't know, I'm feeling better in terms of like, I guess because like, I feel like I'm accomplishing things. So, you know, it feels like I'm doing things. Like, my world was so small, you know, like, looking back at it, you know, well, it just felt very small, you know, because I was not leaving the house at all. You know, being inside. And then just, when all that happened, I just realized, like, you know, like, I mean, I don't want to go too deep into it, because I don't want to, you know, trigger anybody or, you know, make someone think about things, but just know I wasn't in a happy place, you know. So doing these things, it's boosted my mental health a lot, significantly, because I didn't think I'd be able to do a lot of things. Like, I mean, these are simple things, right? To any normal person, or to any given person, I want to say. But to me, they're very significant, you know. They're like, it's like I don't know, it's like, for someone who has severe anxiety and agoraphobia, like, accomplishing the smallest thing will feel like the biggest thing to them. It's like me going right here is a huge accomplishment. And like, for me, that feels like someone, I don't know, like winning a race, you know, like, or like winning a football game. Like, you feel very accomplished. And yeah, that's how you feel after you do something that you've been so scared to do. So you can imagine like the joy that people have. And even I find myself, like, at times, like, I'll like smile and like you know, like when you're scared of something and then like you laugh, you kind of laugh it off after because you did the scary thing, and you're laughing and like you're joyfully laughing. That's what I get sometimes, you know. Like, I'll think about it and I'll be like, you know, dang, that was kind of scary, but I did it. It's a good feeling to have. So, but like I said, practice. Just keep practicing. I also need to take a piss. I don't even think I used the bathroom when I went inside. I think that was the first time I went inside to get the Amazon, or to put my Amazon boxes inside. So, but I think I'll try to stay on the walk as long as I can, because now I just have 30 minutes left, or 30 something. So if I can hold it in, that'd be cool. I think my nephew wanted to play some games. When I say games, I mean like VR, because he likes VR. But like even that was, like I'm saying, like any activity for me was hard. Like watching a movie, like it still is, you know, to try to like retain focus. Like watching a movie, or like watching a show, or like anything that requires your attention, you know, away from your anxiety, like you know, coloring or things like that. So I think like the first time I played that VR game with him, I think that was when I was still experiencing like tremendous anxiety and like anxiousness. So I don't even think that well, we only played it for like a short amount of time, so, but yeah, I was feeling that anxiety. So because, you know, I think that was when I was conducting a lot of my exposure inside, and maybe I talked about it. I mean, I'm always saying like I think I talked about it because like I want to start doing that. You know what I mean? Like I want to start or I'm trying not to cuss in this video as well. But what was I trying to say? Like I'm trying to, what was it called? I'm trying to not, what was I trying to say? Sorry. I always like lose my train of thought for some reason, but I was trying to say like, sometimes I'll try not to focus on some things, you know, like when it comes to like anxiety and stuff. So, okay, so what I was trying to say, sorry, if I look back at it, was because, Jesus, I think I lost my train of thought. All right, let's start over. So, basically, I'm saying I hope, or I'm not sure if I talked about it because, you know, like that's my plan is to do the voiceover for the first video, and basically to provide, you know, a history of my anxiety, you know, to the present, so nobody will be confused as to like what led up to me being in the position that I'm at currently. So that's why I always say, like, maybe I already spoke about it, but whatever, I'll briefly touch on it. I'll just talk about it, whatever. So like, you know, I was doing my light exposure therapy. Basically, it was getting to the point where like, if the light was on, like, I guess if I had to turn on the light in my room, like I that was a signal to me that it was like, you know, nighttime. So when the light came on, I'm like, my mind's like, oh, it's nighttime, you know, like you're gonna feel some anxiety, you're gonna be anxious, you know. So that was before I really started working on myself, you know, doing all the exposure and stuff. Yeah, I had played with my nephew on VR, and yeah, that wasn't a good experience afterwards. Like, you know, when you take off the headset and it's like, boom, it's nighttime, you know, kind of a thing. So, but yeah, I think my nephew wanted to play with me at like 4 o'clock. It's already like probably 4:15 or something. So I haven't checked my phone to see if he texted me, but I think it'll still be kind of light out. And he only plays for like 40 minutes or something, 40 or something. So I think I'll still be good either way. I'll play for like a little bit. But yeah, doing things like, you know, playing games or talking on the phone with anybody or watching a movie or anything that wasn't focused on my anxiety. It was something I couldn't do, you know, because you're so intertwined, you're so caught up in this feeling that you kind of don't want to participate in any other activities, you know, because like you're just worried, you know, you're just like all the what ifs, you know, like what if this happens, what if this happens, and you start to like avoid things, and you know, you're just very, how I want to put it is like you're very on edge, like you're extremely on edge. So you're on I want to word it like you're on guard. Yeah, you're like very much on guard with anything, you know. You're like, you don't want to do anything other than just be on guard with your anxiety. And then until you start working on yourself, you know, developing a routine like I started doing, you know, the CBT workbook that I work on, it you know, tells you to track all your daily activities, and then slowly but surely it starts to like say, let's plan to start doing some stuff in this specific time frame on this specific day. So, you know, you start to want to, I guess you don't want to, but like obviously you don't want to be stuck in that anxiety ridden state forever, right? So like you want to work towards your getting better. So you put those activities in there and then you try to complete them. So I did that, a lot of activities or goals that I just had for myself. And I think I spoke about some, you know, like, you know, mopping or sweeping or like waking up a little bit early. What else? Like, my freaking umbrella almost freaking fell. You know, like doing any of that stuff. Like anything that I used to do prior to this, it was, you know, like I said, like watching movies or doing anything, you know, just anything in general. Because I was so focused on my anxiety that I just stopped doing all these things. So, yeah, I started to, you know, conduct these things where I would make it a habit to try to complete some goals. And I'm on week 5 right now of the workbook, so I'll leave, you know, actually, I'll leave a link to that workbook in the description if I remember, but I'm saying this to remind myself. Maybe I can go more in depth on the book, but I've actually joined like a Reddit group about anxiety as well. As well. And I recommended this book, and yeah, people liked it. Some people got it, and they're liking it so far. So that's very, it's good to know that it's helping others out as well, like not just me. Because, you know, trust me, you don't want to be where I was, you know, like, and I'm not talking about agoraphobia, like, well, you know, that could be something too, but I don't want to put anybody down. But what I mean by saying what I just said was like feeling so anxious, you know, like I don't want to ever feel like that again. You know, I'm still semi out of it. You know, I'm still feeling it sometimes. You know, it's not completely gone, but I don't want to doubt myself, or I don't want to put myself down and say that I haven't been feeling better, because I have, you know, or I don't want to lie to myself, you know, but I'm still very much cautious, you know, about my feelings. And what I mean by that is like, I still try to make sure that I'm feeling somewhat okay. Like if I feel like, you know, those anxious symptoms or whatever, you know, I'll try to do things, or, you know, you got to be able to try to snap yourself out of it, you know, things like that. So like I'll focus on like coloring, you know, or doing some breathing techniques. You know, I like to watch this YouTube channel on YouTube. It's called Good Mythical Morning. And I used to watch it in the past before. I used to watch it, I think back when I would, try to make myself feel better too in the past. But now I've started to watch it again. But yeah, I've been addicted to that. Like every day I watch it. And it's really, like I started, like before, I wouldn't show any other emotion other than, you know, being anxious, and I guess I didn't want to, you know, crack a smile or like crack a laugh, because that was me telling myself like, you're okay. But it was like, I knew that I was still in that anxious, you know, state of mind, so I didn't want to, you know, I was still very on guard. So, but over time I started to allow myself to, like, you know, if they said something, if I found something funny, I'd laugh, you know, like I stopped kind of guarding my feelings in that sense, like, you know, just allowing yourself to feel some emotions, good emotions, you know, not always bad ones. So, but yeah, anyways, I watched that show on YouTube. I've been kind of like watching it, especially at night. So that's like basically the only thing I watch is that. And you know, I started to try to watch more movies, like I did on Friday. I think that was Friday morning, or it could have been Saturday. I think yesterday. I'm not sure. Whenever I mentioned in the video that I did that, is when I did that. But yeah, so that's basically what I'll watch at night on YouTube, because they, you know, conduct a lot of experiments, and you know, it's like two people talking, and it's like they got their crew people talking to each other, like they I don't want to say the cast, but like, you know, the production team. So there's a lot of people involved, and I don't know, it's very entertaining to me. So, and they talk a lot about food, and you know, so that's, and like taste, so it involves a lot of like senses and like visual stuff, like, you know, how does this particular thing look, you know, they have like different segments. So even I use it as like kind of like a senses thing, you know, like agreeing to like some of their comments that they make regarding something, you know, like, because obviously you're looking at what they're looking at, so it just helps with my anxiety. So, and then sometimes like I'll still feel not tired because I'm still kind of like, I don't want to say like on guard, but I'm still learning to like kind of trust myself to be able to feel comfortable to like go to sleep. So I'll what's it called? Sometimes like if I know that like I'm overdoing the videos at night, like at around 11 o'clock, I'll just tell myself like, all right, it's time to go to sleep, you know, or start going to sleep, you know. So around 11:30, I'll put on, watch, you know, the last video, and then I'll just put on some sleep music, and then just start kind of winding down, close my eyes, and yeah, at that point I'm kind of comfortable. Hi there. Oops, sorry. And yeah, so we're at 25 minutes. That's actually pretty good. Still got some ways to go, but I think we'll get it done. But yeah, if you have anything that you like to watch, like that'll help you kind of, it's not, I mean, I guess I could say I use it as like a distraction, but it's more like enjoyment as well, you know, like because you don't want to always be in your negative thoughts. You know, you kind of want to take a break, you know, and kind of like see something positive. And, you know, their show, to me, that's like the positivity that I want to be, you know, like how they act and stuff. So that's kind of how I look at that. All right, boom, go back. Gosh, I really need to pee right now, but again, I think I'm gonna hold that. Another thing that I want to touch on. Oh no, I'll still talk about the show stuff, like, because that could be considered a subtle avoidance in some cases. Like, you know what I mentioned, our group therapy talked about. But then again, you know, like what my therapist said, like, if you need to use it as like, you know, if like I mentioned, if you exhausted your comfort or whatever, that's kind of what I look at it as. Yeah, give me 1 second. So that's actually, in my opinion, it's actually a positive thing. If you have like a movie that you like or a show that you like, that'll kind of help you ease your mind so you're able to do things like go to sleep. That's mainly what I use it for, like to feel comfortable, to get my mind kind of more comfortable to be able to go to sleep. You know, it's not like me using it when I'm in a panic attack or like, you know, when I have like an anxiety attack. It's more like, this is my routine to get my mind feeling less on guard so I can be able to feel more comfortable to go to sleep. That's kind of how I look at that. So, yeah, don't look at those things as like bad habits. And, you know, I try not to do it as well. Sorry, my freaking nose is a little bit runny. I wish the sun was out a little bit. That's okay. But yeah, like these cloudy days, or they would have been a lot more gloomy to me, but I feel like after, you know, working on myself and stuff, like I mentioned, they're not as extreme. So I like that. Well, I'm thankful. You know, I'm really thankful about that. But yeah, I think we only got like 2 more rocks. Let me see. Yep, we only got 2 more. So I think we're going on 30 minutes now, so what, 17 more minutes? Let's try to walk slower, you know. Let's kind of slow it down a little bit. But yeah. So tomorrow I'm gonna make it kind of like a habit of mine to like start to wake. I mean, I do wake up early. Like, I think when I got more comfortable, because it was kind of hard at first, because, you know, the first week I was like, if I woke up at like 8 o'clock or like 7, I was like, dang, like, I don't know, like I would wake up from, you know, like a dream, and I felt that void. You know, maybe others have felt that too, where like you have a good dream and then you're like, that didn't happen, so you're back to reality. So, you know, like the mornings were kind of rough for me. Like, I still have those days where like I feel kind of down in the mornings, but once you get into your routine and you get up and, you know, you feel a lot better. But in the first week I was more like still anxious even during the day, like even when after I woke up, I didn't have that sense of like, you know, anything, you know, just fully on edge. So it was hard to enjoy the mornings, but after, you know, going on walks every day and doing the stuff, you know, accomplishing things that I set out to do, the mornings started feeling more comfortable sometimes. So I would try to stay in my bed more, you know, until like I wake up like at 10 or like 10:30 or like sometimes 11, you know, but then that started to feel like, wow, you just wasted the day. You know, other people are up, you know, like, so yeah, I think I'm just gonna make it a habit of like waking up early, you know. So that's what I've been kind of doing the last week. Or mainly, yeah, trying to do like the last week, like every day. Like either wake up at like 7:30 or 9 o'clock in the morning. And yeah, I just get the day started. Oh. So we're on 32 minutes. So the goal is to get to, what is it, 47? Yeah. Still gotta take a piss. I'm gonna wait. So, yeah, so the mornings, you know, I try to get up early. I always start my day off with like oatmeal or trail mix or with, you know, with water, and then like either Nature Valley granola bar. And then I don't typically eat lunch. Like I'll just eat an apple and like, you know, Nature Valley. It's kind of like what you guys see me eat on these walks. Is basically what my lunch is, like just an apple and like water. Nothing too major. Like there was one time throughout like the 3 weeks where I had like a sandwich for my lunch. And I was like, even now it was like a rare thing for me to do, because, you know, like when you build up a routine, when you first start to climb out of this, well, when you have the first onset of anxiety, like really bad, you know, you kind of build a routine for yourself, and you kind of don't want to sway away from that routine. Otherwise, you'll feel like you didn't follow your routine and blah blah. So that was kind of like out of the norm for me to do, like make myself a sandwich. But I just did it anyway, because, you know, when you start to feel better, I guess that's something that you just don't really think about. You're just like, oh, okay, like I'll just make a sandwich. So, and that was like, some days I'll make like, you know, pancakes, eggs, yeah, for breakfast. And that's a goal that I had for myself as well, like in one of those time slots that I put in there. You know, like one of my goals is like cook meals more, and for me that meant like breakfast. So yeah, like some days I like over the course of the 3 weeks, I, you know, made myself some eggs, or like, you know, pancakes and eggs with like some orange juice. So, you know, even that's an accomplishment. So, because it's getting back to you, well, it's just you feeling more comfortable to do these things, you know, because they can get to that extreme where like you feel uncomfortable doing anything. So the fact that when you start to come out of your shell again, you know, don't sway away from it, you know, like even when you feel like it's rough, or like, you know, I guess when it feels unfamiliar, just know that, like, you know, it's because you put yourself in that state of, you know, like you were just in that state of anxiety. So don't blame yourself for it. And if you are able to make breakfast or do something that you didn't do before for a long time, then enjoy it. Try to enjoy it. Like when I had the pancakes and stuff, like I was watching the show, you know, that I watch on YouTube. So it was like a rewarding thing. Yeah, it's like you got up early and you made yourself a nice breakfast meal and you're enjoying a show, and that's it. Like, you know, like that's it. You don't have to stress or try not to stress or try not to think, you know, just enjoy that moment and you'll get clarity. You know, at times it'll randomly be like, wow, I got some clarity. And I just learned to kind of like get familiar with that feeling again, because it feels really good to have. I guess it feels good to be able to see things more clearly, you know? So, yeah, enjoy that feeling. It's a good feeling. It's not bad. Yeah, let me try to go a little bit further. Where did I go last time? Oh, well, I'll just do the same thing. Alright, boom, right here. Alright, we're at 37 minutes. Not bad. I think one more lap should do it. It's getting kind of cold. Yeah, then I'll be able to go to the bathroom. And yeah, I'll carry on with my activities. Like maybe I'll color or something, or see if my nephew texted me. And yeah, try to get through the day, you know. But yeah, coloring actually helps. It helped me a lot, and it still does. Like, I'm still coloring. I bought like three color books. So at first I would listen to, like, you know, the Calm app, which has, you know, a lot of nice sounds, calming sounds. And I would play that, you know, play like a calming sound and then just color, you know, and just kind of put my phone away and just listen to the music or the, you know, the sound, and then just color. And then, yeah, then you can eat something, you know. I just make dinner meals for the night, because I'm still not fully there yet to, like, fully cook for myself right now. So, but that's okay, you know. The dinner meals are actually really good, the lean cuisine. I actually recommend that, to be honest. That's what I've been eating for the last, like, 3 weeks. It's like straight lean cuisine meals. Like, they got like spaghetti, they got spaghetti and chicken parmesan. They got like steak and mac and cheese. Like, obviously it's probably, I mean, obviously it's processed and stuff, but like, I don't know, to me it's so good. Like, I enjoy it, so. And the fact, it's a small portion, so they don't like overdo it. So, yeah, you just pop that bad boy in the microwave and, yeah, just cook that thing, or heat up that thing, and good to go. I'll typically just have some water with it, like a water bottle. That's pretty much it, nothing else. And yeah. And then I started to also, like, because I didn't want to eat anything else, you know, because I don't know, I felt like it would cause me to have more anxiety, you know, just like these small worries. But like with some of the spaghetti meals, I would get some bread, you know, put like small butter on it. So I started to dip my toes back in with other foods, you know, like, you know, just a lean cuisine meal. And I mean, sometimes for lunch I would eat like some salads. I know there was like a week where like I started having some salads. Yeah, eat some salads. Like, just to me, anything that was healthy, I would just, you know, it would benefit me, because in my mind I'm telling myself like, you know, you're being healthy, so obviously that's going to help with mental health, because when you lose weight in dieting, and that actually promotes a lot of mental health benefits, you know. It makes you feel good about yourself, and yeah, and people start to notice as well. But I won't go too deep into that. You know, I don't want to touch on any topics, but just know that anything that benefits you physically will also benefit you mentally. That's kind of what I'm learning. So, you know, take small steps. You know, even just switching from not drinking any soda to just drinking water, like, that's a huge change in and of itself. So anything that's beneficial to your health. I don't think I've had soda for like the longest time. I don't want to say too long, but I don't know why I keep going in my freaking pocket. But alright guys, this is the last rock. You know what I'll do is I'll just take one rock. Yeah, give me a second. Oops. I'll take the long rock, sure. Alright. So we've successfully put back all the rocks. And yeah, I think by the time we get home, it would have been 47 minutes, so I think we're good to go. I'll try to walk slow, but maybe we'll go down there one more time, like down that street, or the sidewalk area. But closing thoughts for the day, I mean, my closing thoughts on the walk is, today went by pretty slow. I think it was because I did a lot of stuff. Like, I woke up at 8 o'clock. I was supposed to wake up at 7. I had planned to wake up at 7, but I didn't. I woke up at 8. And I made some oatmeal, and I quickly ate that oatmeal. And then at 9 o'clock, I planned to start working out. So I kind of gave myself a little break. Like, I watched YouTube for like a little bit, for like 20 minutes. And then it was like 9:30. So from 9:30 to 10, I was like, all right, it's time to start working out. And that was on my goal. But the goal wasn't to work out like heavily. It was just like, the goal was to exercise gradually. So I did like 200 crunches. Probably not full crunches, if I'm being honest, but you know, attempting. It still burned, let's say that. You know, so that's how I knew it was a workout. And then after that, what did I do? I worked out, and then I decided to clean the bathroom. So yeah, I typically would do that in the afternoon, you know, but I was like, yeah, let's do it in the morning. So at 10 o'clock, I started to clean the bathroom. Did that till about 11. And then 11, I think I just relaxed for like a little bit. And then around 12, I think I just started to organize the videos on my phone. And then yeah, like around, I think it was around 1 or 1:30, I went on the walk. And pretty much documented the entire thing on video, you know. So the rest is like already on video, just me going on the walk, me going back home, because I got the Amazon stuff, and then I went back outside, tested out the mic, went back inside because it started raining a little bit, and I ended up staying in there for like 20 minutes, and then what did we do? Like, went back outside, so that was cool. So yeah, not a bad day so far. And then we're already done with our walk. We're gonna hit 47 minutes, and that is 2 hours. So yeah, so the rest of the day I'll just spend, you know, either, you know, coloring or doing other activities that I typically do after a walk. So yeah guys, it was nice getting to hang out on video whenever I decide to upload this. But yeah, that's my goal, is to, I think starting tomorrow or something, kind of work on the videos. But I'm still working on the script for the first video because I don't want to just recall these events in my head. So I want to just be able to clearly write out. I'm writing like a timeline of the events that led up to, you know, the present day right now. So once that's done, I'll try to get that done tomorrow as much as I can. Then yeah, I'll be able to voice over. I'll just read the script. Anyways guys, see you in the next one.